The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
It's always something, jeez.
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
They aren't just 2 people. These are very important people. Why do you need them?
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
They're candidates for the Divine? I don't know, would she be shocked at this or supportive of this? I guess shocked.
Liliana and Cassandra are candidates to become the Divine. How is that possible?
Not yet. But they could be. We need them to be. There is precedent. Other times when clerics remained deadlocked, a successor was chosen from outside the clergy. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long would you need them?
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Yeah, I can't just give you these people.
These aren't just any 2 people. They're key members of the Inquisition.
For the sake of Thedas, we must ask you to make this sacrifice.
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
And it's kind of up for the 2 of them to decide whether or not they want to go.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Halam Shiral. The support of the Empire should make our search for the Grey Wardens easier. Varric is eager to help his friend Hawk.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Lisa, you're still here.
Blessings upon us all.
Oh, that's right. You don't have anything to say. Anyway, hello and welcome back. Last time, is this puddle always here? Oh gosh. We tipped the hand at Orlais. That's what happened. Cassandra, can I talk to you?
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra?
Just talk to you, woman.
The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Oh, that was Mother Giselle. I thought it was the other lady.
Talk to her, your worship.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day, you watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
I mean, I've already asked this, but I'm gonna ask it again.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Why am I not a candidate? So refuse if you don't want it.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
You feel that way?
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Well... I mean, sure.
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
I wonder if the legions of faithful throughout Thedas would agree with you. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Ooh, I have options. What's this? I like your determination. I can help. We have other concerns. Okay, alright, so there are 3 people who can become divine, and that is Leliana, Cassandra, and Vivian. And the choices that you make throughout the game do actually so there's a point system. And the choices that you make, like to ally with the Templars or the mages, that affects the point system. If you want Cassandra to be divine, then you want to choose the dialogue option that's like, yeah, Cassandra, you do that. You go, girl. If you don't want her to become divine, you don't want to pick those options. So don't play the game where you're thinking, oh, I'll just tell her that I want her to be divine so that I will get approval points, because that is going to screw everything up. So you have to be careful with what you're choosing when you talk with these people. Also, Anon is going to be a little flippant where the Chantry is concerned because she doesn't care all that much. What about Leliana?
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy, but she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think, and that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change?
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
I mean, as a Dalish elf, she obviously doesn't have positive thoughts on the Chantry.
We have more important things to worry about right now.
One day we must turn our thoughts to what comes after.
But that's not today.
I suppose that is true. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Alright, so we talked to Cassandra. Let's talk to her some more.
Greetings.
Do you want to be divine?
So, you're a candidate for divine now.
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Because it does?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
So again, if you want her to be divine...
I don't see why you think the Chantry is so worthy of reform.
I am not so quick to abandon it, or the principles for which it stands.
That's fine.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
She's gonna disapprove all over the place, which is perfectly fine. We do need to talk to our companions because we finished a major quest. Let me think. I want to go talk to Liliana. Actually, I'm gonna go this way and talk to Mother Giselle.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
Whoa, did we fix it up? Oh, we totally... not completely. What the heck is on the walls? Alright, so we fixed it up. I might have to play with the settings a little bit. Oh, and whatever was blocking you originally isn't there. Supposed to be a table or something? We've just got this empty space. That's weird. Alright, where is... There you are.
Inquisitor?
You don't have anything to say?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
Yeah, we're good.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
I thought she would have more to say, which is why... Oh, wait. I don't want to talk to you right now. Where the heck? Somebody else is supposed to be here who's not here. Maybe I need a cutscene or something. I'll go back and talk to Morgan, just not right now. I will go find Liliana instead. Actually, I'm gonna go talk to Vivian and then Liliana. Listen if we have anything. Yeah, Vivian is this way. I always forget.
If you require any assistance.
Nope.
Inquisitor, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Okay. Tell me about the wyvern.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
And what is this formula?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
Okay, you won't tell me?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. You wouldn't want me to speak about your many issues, I'm sure.
Okay. Why me, though?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
All right, that's fine.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
I also want to talk to you about something else.
You were very skilled in arranging matters at the Winter Palace, my dear. We will hope Liara can keep what's been given to her.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yes, my dear.
How do I talk to you about divine stuff? Whoa, this was not open before. This doesn't go anywhere, does it? Where does this go? Where am I going? I have no idea. Oh! Oh, that's weird. Okay. They both go the same place. That answers that question. What's in here? Nothing. I still don't know. Okay, so when we were wandering around the Winter Palace and I found all the secrets at the end, I don't know how you're supposed to turn them in to Lavellan. Because as soon as we stepped out, we went right into the assassination. So I don't know. If someone knows what the heck to do, let me know. My dear Iwan, you have been the light of my life, the song in my heart for over a year, but the world has changed and both of us with it. How does one live through the rending of the sky and still remain the same? I've seen oblivion through the rifts and I fear our lives are about to end. You told me the distance between us would be hard to bear, and I said I would never seek the arms of any but yours, but I was wrong. I've met someone in Valrio. She is dark where you are fair. She fills her life with poetry, not battle, and her voice, her tongue trips so sweetly on the trills and flourishes of the Orlesian language. She gives me hope that we will survive this. I'm sorry, I'll never forget you.
And comfort is only yours.
This is a mess. Okay, maybe that's another book. I don't know. And that's it. Can I walk on the roof? Ah! But I can't get to these other places that I'm now curious about. We're not getting anywhere from here. Okay. Oh, what? An arrow? Bellinaris Denonhang. Cataloging Skyhold. Elven arrow with inscription. An arrow, elven of course, because who else would be this fancy with a throwaway? I've talked weapon talk with traders before, and the squiggly scratching means make you dead, or near enough. Well, made, have to be to keep its shape, since whatever ancient sod around it's from. All I know is there are centuries of knocks in the walls I have to patch. They keep an edge if they don't hit stone. Tell the men to mind their fingers. They got fresh blood on this one. Huh. So there's arrows? Skyhold was sieged upon. Is that what we're getting from this? Alright, I want to see if... Ha! Jeez. Where am I going? Not this way. Oh, okay. I was curious if I could hop
Although the
around.
darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace the light. I shall
That
weather
still
the
wouldn't
storm.
get me where I want to go.
Shall endure. What you have created, no one can tear asunder.
Where am I going? Alright, I wanted to talk to Liliana. Liliana. Liliana?
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
What do you want?
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Well... Let the chantry sink. See, I did all these things for Cassandra, but
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
I want to talk to you.
Did you need something?
You're well connected.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
Tell me about Morrigan.
What do you know of Morrigan?
She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kieran. He seems so normal, like any other little boy. And so polite. Not that I was expecting anything else. I mean... never mind.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
Well, that's odd. I swear.
Did you need something?
Yeah.
Anything I should know?
There is upheaval in Olay. Our support of Ambassador Briala has scandalized the nobility.
Yeah.
I'm quite pleased, personally. If Olay's in turmoil, they will look to us for stability.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
I know there's more conversations to have with them about becoming the divine, but I guess they don't happen.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor.
Okay.
Here it is.
You don't have anything to say.
As you were.
Actually,
Yes, Inquisitor.
we upgraded Skyhold, so...
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What is your evaluation?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Yeah, okay, cool.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
So, it's been upgraded. So I guess those conversations I'm thinking of happen later. Dorian.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. An empress dead, an emperor under your spell, and that elven harpy eating out of your hand. If she doesn't bite it off. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Well, I can flirt with everybody, apparently. You miss that.
That's something you actually miss.
Who wouldn't? All the drama, the scandal, the petty maneuverings. Back home, we engage in social affairs with the grim intensity of war. When blood is spilled, the battle is won. Less fun when you're the target, but to watch. My, yes. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
That's a reference to the DLC that I like to pretend doesn't exist.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
From Dragon Age 2.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
Man, taste of despair. Alrighty. Solas. Nope, didn't work. Let me try this again.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You missed court intrigue?
You miss court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Gaspar should be a steadfast ally. Briala will keep him in check, and look after the elves.
So that is the only time in the entire game where Solas disproves of you asking a question. Anyway, we're moving onward.
I hope Briala is able to use her position to help our people.
Our people? Who are? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Really?
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
The best way to help your people... Solas. Solas!
She's done good work. Hopefully, with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
I don't know. I think his opinion of Briala has maybe evolved a bit from where I assume it is at the end of a certain book that I can't talk about because I can't talk about it anyway.
Hello.
Hi. Should I save this?
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found in the Kokari wilds a humble cottage far removed from any of the simple, chastened tribesmen. The trees and weeds had not reclaimed the home, nor did the chastened dare to come and steal the trinkets still remaining. It was empty, long abandoned, but the world feared that you might return.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I found an ancient spirit who had once been undisputed king of almost every land I had discovered. Like pride or rage, it was the Fade's reflection of a feeling. When I asked which one it was, the spirit faltered. "They've forgotten," said the spirit. "There remains no word for what I was."
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a young Qunari working in a simple kitchen, baking bread as she was ordered every morning. In every loaf, she broke the rules. She'd take a pinch of sugar and fold it into the center, like a secret. And this act of small rebellion brought a shining smile across her face.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shiral.
I have more to ask you.
My heart.
You have... It just keeps going. Actually, no. I think we only get 3.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I think I have shared everything of note. I should spend some time encountering more stories.
I could listen to like 10 of everything, but okay.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
Although you have ended the battle in Orlais, it will take the country some time to recover. Corypheus faces a decision. Accelerate his plan to gain power, or abandon his dream of conquering Orlais for now. He will never abandon his dream.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shiral.
Let's go talk to Varric. Varric!
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Yeah, I have questions about Hawk?
I read your...
That's a pretty common
No,
reaction.
I don't. Stop giving me options that
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf.
already covered, game.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered.
Nope.
Also
Thanks, Varric.
no problem.
That's all he had to say about Orlais was his books. Okay. Josephine's this way. We talked to Dorian. I talked to... Oh! That. Yes! Oh, except I need to go make a wardrobe change, so let me go this way.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port.
Really?
But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
At least they won't.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. I must confess, when Celine was killed, my first reaction wasn't sorrow. It was disappointment. How could the Empress of Orlais be taken in by the Duchess's plot?
Celine trusted me. Us. To help her.
She trusted she could use us. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
I do think that's something she kind of wrestles with. Both petty and dull.
I kept dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a general's foot.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over less.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport. I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Hakkon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
So I'm not sure I'm honored.
I assume that means they both want something very badly from us.
You're quite correct. Hakkon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
Great. What would you do?
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium.
Really?
Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer gain.
I feel like we'd be allying with the Canary all over again, and that didn't go well. What's King Marcus like?
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Nevada.
Does Cassandra support him?
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sikar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
And, Redanus?
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Hakkon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
What's the Archon like?
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
Well, if he has a soft spot for cats, then he can't be that bad. I don't know. Oops. Bring me back.
Inform King Marcus the Inquisition will wipe the Venatori from his borders.
Very well. It will be done.
That's actually something we have to do on the war table, I think. Or, I don't. It just gave me influence, so I don't know. I wanted to talk to you more, but I think I screwed that up, so let me... Okay, whatever. I'll come back.